Hey guys, it's Denise here. Welcome to my video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Pleasure to meet you. If you are returning, hi, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about how, as of this month, it's been 5 years since I have self-published my books, and let me tell you, it's been a crazy ride. If you guys don't know, I have 3 poetry book collections: Words of Emotion and Experience, Words of Words, and Hello Vulnerability. If you're interested on hearing about my process then and what I think now, keep on watching. So I'm gonna start with my first book, Words of Emotion and Experience. That book will forever hold a special place in my heart because I was really that bold to be like, you know what, let me just put my work out there into the world like that. That's scary. That's legitimately scary. And the fact that I even did that without any hesitation, I give myself a lot of pat on the back for it. Well, it holds a special place in my heart because that's something huge. And not like, you know, it's not as normal in a way. Of course, there's gonna be flaws to it. And one of them was, it was a bit rushed. It was a bit rushed. I've been wanting to, like, you know, write a book since I was like in high school. And so doing a lot of the research, that took up a lot of time, which is something, you know, that is a big positive part about it too. Please do your research. And find if you are going into self-publishing, or if you're interested, please do the research and actually look and see which self-publishing company would work best for you. So I spent a lot of time researching all that stuff, and so once I found the company that I wanted, I obviously got to it. And this entire process took about like 2-3 months, 4 months, around there. It was indeed rushed, but there were some poems in there where I'm like, oh, okay. But there were other poems where I'm just like, yeah, no, could have been developed a little bit more. And honestly, if anything, I'm probably gonna go through Words of Emotion Experience in another video, and I will tell you exactly what I mean about that. So that book came out in November of 2015. Next book is Words of Words. This one came out in 2016. I forgot the month. I think it was either January or February of 2016. This one was rushed, but 10 times more. It kind of felt not as genuine in a way. And I obviously didn't notice it then, but now looking back on it, it's kind of obvious. I had a lot of issues with that book too when it comes to like the formatting and cover page, all of that stuff. I had a lot of trouble with that, and I rushed that entirely, and it's one of the books I'm not that proud of, to be really honest with you. And so I don't know if it is fully actually taken down. I haven't checked. I probably will look into that today. But I am taking off the second book only because of the fact that it's not only extremely bad, but the formatting in that is just horrific. And so I don't know if it's still out there for you to get, but I took it off because it was a mess, and there was just a lot of problems with it. So I took it off. I knew at that moment that I needed to take a good break from publishing anything because, one, I wanted to improve on my craft, which is my writing. And so that's exactly what I did. And now we're at the third book, which is Hello Vulnerability, which was released in November of 2017. this book I'm really proud of. And the reason why I'm saying that is because with this book, I took quite a bit of a time to actually get everything together and think of what theme could this possibly be. And so I took a lot of time and edited a lot of my poems and stuff like that. I wish I could have edited them a little bit more, but I edited them to my standards at the time. And so I love the book's meaning because the book itself, you're really getting into your emotions and how you feel and not letting it all cover up, basically. So you're getting the feel of it, basically. And so I really give the book that a lot of appreciation for that reason, and plus a lot of the messages in there too. However, like I said, there are cons, and I went to more in depth about what I could have done better in a separate video that I just filmed not too long ago about like going through some of my poems in Hella Vulnerability. That will more than likely be up pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'll also put it in the description below once it's posted. But I went into detail about how some of the poems I felt were filler, and on top of that, like Instagram poetry in the sense where it's telling, they're not showing. And I'm not saying all Insta poetry is like that, because there are some Insta poetry that are really good and they actually show, but they feel more like statements, like tweets, Facebook posts, Instagram captions, all that stuff. That's what I felt like most of these fillers were filled with. And looking back at it now, I'm glad I caught that when I did, because what if I'm writing another like book and I somehow insert one of those type of poems in there? Now I can actually draw back and be like, all right, let's fix this. Let's see how I can expand it even more, a little bit more. And I'm not saying all short poems are like that, because you can execute a short poem very well, but there's ways to do it. And so that's why it's been a while since I've last published a book, because I want to make sure that what I'm writing resonates with the readers as well, but also for the readers to kind of get to know, in a sense, what runs in my head, because you get to see a little bit of that in Hello Vulnerability. But whenever I do publish another book, I want them to actually see not only inside of my head, but as well, like emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that stuff. So I want to incorporate all of that into one, but also incorporate a lot of like my personal life experiences as well, and the things in the world that I see. So that's something I've been really trying to do for the past 3 years. So like I said, this one I am obviously 100% proud of, like big proud of Hello Vulnerability, of course, but there are those little cons. And plus on top of that too, the cover, I tried to go for more of the minimalistic style-ish, like you see with a lot of the poetry books on Amazon, like Ruby Core, Milk and Honey, The Sun of Flowers, The Princess Who Saves Herself. That's the title of the book. Yes. Anything Amanda Lovelace, R.H. Sin, all of that. So I tried to do that, but this time I've learned that you want your book cover to stand out in a way, and so that's something I've been keeping in mind if I do want to, you know, publish a book. So a lot of the things that I've learned, I've installed in my head and want to make that into reality. So here we are. So I'm very thankful for the past 5 years that I've learned about this entire self-publishing experience. Um, I'm very, very, very fortunate, and I'm just so blessed and thankful. I've already said that, but I'm so thankful that I've been able to do this, because not a lot of people have that opportunity to do that. And I don't want to sound like I'm spoiled or entitled and insensitive about it, because, you know, I don't want to come off as a person at all. So I really want to acknowledge that too. And I also want to really thank everyone who has bought 1, 2, 3, or any of my books. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. To know that you're reading my words that go on through this crazy ass head and just kind of in print form, it's wild. So I really want to thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I also want to just thank a lot of my friends and family who have been in support of me throughout these past 5 years doing this. It means the entire world to me, and I never thought I would have that big of a support system. And so it just it leaves me speechless, let's just be real. And so with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below any other poetry book recommendations. I'd like to know. I want to, you know, continue reading more poetry and everything like that, and also branch out as well. Make sure you follow my social media. All of that will be in the description below. Bye, Hello Vulnerability, Words of Emotion Experience. Those links will be as well in the description below. Make sure you watch all my other videos, because I work really, really, really hard on them. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.